Hello everyone and welcome to episode 107 of my Guild Wars 2 Let's Play series, where today might be a bit of a shorter episode where I just want to do some stuff related to the last bits of story that we completed with the Sky Pirates, where I really want to go and get to the Aetherblade caches, and then we can also look at maybe some other achievements, but I'm not 100% sure about all of that, where I'll probably just do this off screen, but completing this achievement to discover all the Aetherblade caches seems really cool. And there's another bonus thing that I want to do on top of all of that, where we have the mastery achievements that I'll probably just complete the mastery achievements off screen or maybe on stream, who knows, we'll see what happens. Where let's go ahead and do that bonus thing that I wanted to talk about, where I want to go to the edge of the mists, where I've explored world versus world before, but I have not taken a look at this, and I did this on my Guardian, so we can do it on my Necro, and where it's going to be a little bit different on my Necro, and I'm not going to have any like participation from my Guardian on my Necro, and also Edge of the Mist is completely separate, where this was introduced around the time of Living World Season 1, where we just got Live on the Edge, which is from Escape from Lion's Arch, I guess, so maybe I'm skipping ahead a little bit. But this is a map that was added to basically be an overflow map for World vs. World, where people who are in queue for World vs. World can go ahead and like play in this map until they are able to get into into like the main World vs. World map that they want, where you're basically like teamed up with everyone who is currently on a red team, where I'm currently on the red team right now, and then everyone who's on a green team and everyone who's on a blue team, and there's multiple different instances of the Edge of the Mists, so you can basically just be thrown in with really just anybody at all. Let's go ahead and get those, and then I actually don't think we can use either of these in the Edge of the Mists, so we don't have to worry about that really. But if I do go into World vs. World, it will be nice to have those. And of course, I'm probably never going to play too much World vs. World on my Let's Play series, just because I've really done everything that I wanted to look at with World vs. World, and there's always opportunities for more stuff, but this is the last little bit that I have planned in the immediate future, where I want to get out of here, where currently everything around here is in control by the blue team, and we'll see if I'm able to get to where I want to go. There's a bunch of ogres, and we can see it is very different than the other World vs. World maps, where we have like a bunch of like floating islands really, and there's like different special like objectives and buildings, like these bridges, and we have reactors where you get supply from instead of like supply camps. And I think I can jump over this wall, but I cannot go through the gate door like that, and I really want to get towards the center of the map, because back in the day during Living World Season 1, there was a little bit of a bonus piece of story that took place here, and I don't think we can necessarily experience that story, but we have a new friend who we meet around about this time, and a Surin engineer by the name of Tyria, who is a like 8-year-old child when we first meet this character during Living World Season 1, where she comes here to the Edge of the Mists to investigate what is going on, where there are Aetherblades here, where we defeated the Aetherblades and they ran away, and one of the places that a lot of them ran to is here into the mists, so they found a way to travel from Tyria into the mists with their giant airships, and then we can just see a bunch of them all around here. What is shooting me? Where I keep getting lag spikes in this map too. My recording software does not like Edge of the Mists, so hopefully everything is fine. But we can see that there are a couple of Aetherblades right here, and if we run through, there's a veteran Aetherblade captain, and we could try to maybe kill them. Or there is an achievement to kill like 1,000 Aetherblades here in the Edge of the Mists, which isn't really something I'm going to do on this account, because it's not even something I've done on my main account, and I'm getting stunned out of the wazoo. Okay, this is really annoying. Let's try to kill the assassin just to get one kill, and maybe I'm just full on dead. And that's basically all there is here in the Edge of the Mist. It's a very interesting map without too much going on, but also a lot going on at the same time. Where the assassin is teleporting around. fighting for my life, and I lost my life. But we can see Edge of the Mists up here in the corner where we got like PvP stuff like further to the top left, but we can't see it from here. And whoever's on the blue team is really thriving right now. But that's really everything I wanted to see with the Edge of the Mists. But there is one more thing that I do want to see with World versus World, because as we start looking for Aetherblade caches, one of them is inside of the Obsidian Sanctum, where all of them are in jumping puzzles. So we're going to have to start doing some jumping puzzles, and I'm super excited for this. Alright, let's go ahead and go to Blackout cache. Loot the Aetherblade cache in Obsidian Sanctum, World versus World. So if we just go into Mist War, load into here, let's begin, and hopefully we can successfully beat this jumping puzzle once again. Since we are on the red team, we spawn at this spot, which is a little bit closer to the entrance of where we need to go. And I'm just not going to stick around and like take in the sights, because we've already done all of that, and we need to make sure we get through here without getting attacked by any enemies, which might potentially be a challenge, but at the same time there might not be a single other person in here. So first things first is we should probably try to get a good gap between S and the start of the jumping puzzle. So if somebody like loads into here, they won't see us necessarily in the jumping puzzle, or if somebody like loads in now after us and begins the jumping puzzle, we'll be far ahead of them. So then we don't really have to worry too much about our flank, and the only thing we do have to worry about are any players who might be in front of us. But also there's a good chance that like any players in front of us won't want to fight us, because they might just be trying to complete the jumping puzzle, and we don't have to worry about all of that. But then on the other hand, maybe we can get some fun PvP action going on in this jumping puzzle. Me personally, right now in this specific moment, I don't really want to find or fight any other players, and I just want to get through here as quickly as I can. Okay, I just fell in this last section a couple of times, but nothing too major. Let's go ahead and grab this torch, and we can come down into the dark section. Where last time, I think there was like one player in here that was like AFK or whatever, maybe looking up a guide or something. So let's try to get through here quickly where I don't see any other players. And I need to remember all the special stuff where we have to dodge. I tried to dodge earlier, there we go. And then somewhere right here we have this over towards this, and then over to here, up to here, and then this next one's a little tricky. Up to there, almost fell. I can't put on swiftness when I have the torch, which is a little unfortunate, but you don't really need swiftness in order to get through the jumping puzzle. It just makes it a tad bit easier. And if we jump to here, I think just a few simple jumps towards the end, which we actually want to go up here first. This jump's always stressful. Oh no. Let's do this the old-fashioned way, where I haven't done this in a very long time, but if we come around to here, and then over to here, looks like, and then I have no idea where to next. Yeah, I don't want to. Oh no. Okay, well, over to here and then dodge. Okay, then there's another thing to dodge through here. And there's gonna be another, or do we go here next? Let's jump here. This looks kind of right. And then probably over to this. There's a lot of beams, a lot of different areas we could go, but it seems to be maybe here, and then oh, there we go. Okay, we got through it. I normally make that skip, but I was really struggling with it, and I did not want to fall for a third time, so just gotta go the long way. And into here, I don't see anybody. I didn't see anybody in the fire area, but we should still try to be a little fast. There we go, and into the final area. I don't see anybody, and we need to get to the Aetherblade cache now, where we can complete the jumping puzzle if we want, but I don't think we necessarily have to like 100% complete it in order to get to the cache. But since I'm up here, I might as well. But let's get the cache first, because that's what we're here for. Jump to here. I still don't see anybody, and then right around here, we got a few Aetherblades. Let's go ahead, go into Shroud first, and just try to AoE them down very, very quickly, and then we're gonna have to sit for a second in order to open this. And then we got a Blackout Cache, where we just got a few different items, and we have completed the first of 7 that we need. And then we can run up here just to get this chest, and we completed this jumping puzzle again. There is one inside of the hidden garden, I believe, so we should check all the different entrances where I thought I saw them like just pop up right now, but maybe not. Where let's go to one of the other places, and then if none of the entrances are up, we can go grab another one and then come back. Where this keeper is alive, so let's go ahead and kill this really quickly. And then this portal actually takes us right next to where we need to go, where we have this group of 3 right here, just like inside of Obsidian Sanctum. So let's go ahead and deal with them very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. They're even weaker because they're in a lower level area. And then we can get Canto Cache, where we need to get Golem's Lab, Vex's Lab, Sector Zool, Fawcett's Bounty, and Tears of Etlauco, where let's go check out Vex's Lab next, I think. I really like this achievement because it's basically just an excuse to go back and do some of the jumping puzzles and mini dungeons from the launch of the game, and I could have gotten all of these when I was doing them for like the first time throughout my Let's Play series, and then I wouldn't have to come back and get them. But that's not how it was back in the day, where this achievement was added, making you go back for them, where this door is open, which is very nice actually. Where I just enjoy jumping puzzles and mini dungeons a lot, and I love having achievements that require you to go back through them, where there are quite a few of them, and I'm definitely not necessarily trying to complete every achievement in Guild Wars 2. I just want to highlight some of my favorite ones that we can do throughout this series. This is unfortunate. I think it's pretty much like a 50-50 chance on whatever instance you are in for which gate you have to go through. Where let's go through this one, and then we can go through this one right over here, and then really quickly down to here where we have our 3 friends once again, where we can go and complete. I guess somebody's already completed it, where let's go ahead and get this cache. And then we got against the Aetherblades, complete 12 Aetherblade achievements. So we just got 50 achievement points for that, and we also got mini first mate Auric. Quickly drop down here, and we can grab this chest, and then we crossed 3,000 achievement points, where we can get Radiant Vambraces or Hellfire Vambraces, and these are 2 that we can't really see on this character. Really cool armor skins that I like a lot, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't know which one I want to pick, and I don't think I care too much, so I'll just go with the Radiant one, where we unlocked for all 3 armor types, and we got this mini first mate Auric. And now we can go ahead and head towards another jumping puzzle. Golem's Lab is always a very fun jumping puzzle, and where I am playing on a Necromancer, so we need to be a little careful about stability. Where I think we might have something that grants us stability. Maybe a well that does. Yeah, this well, I'm not entirely sure how useful this is going to be, but we can try it out. And this area is where we are going to want it. Let's get through here quickly and wait for that. And I'm stressed. Okay, up to here. Let's wait for this. And go for. Oh, I just straight up like fell just from like being bad because I was trying to like move with my keyboard there. It seemed like we were having a hard time trying to target the vines there in order to use the well, which we don't really necessarily even have to use it. It just would make the last part a little bit easier. Let's wait for this. Oh, I did not wait for it. I thought it stopped, but then it came again. So there's going to be the short burst or gust, and then a longer one, right? Or is this it? I thought, okay, I guess it's just one. Oh, there's, okay. I don't know what's happening. Let's go for it. Let's get across, get across, get across, get across, get across, get over. Okay. And then, okay, I think we're good. We're good, we're good. Let's switch this back. And then let's get the checkpoint up here. And then it should be pretty much smooth sailing once you get past the windy station towards the end of the jumping puzzle. I saw a mesmer portal right here. So there is a player ahead of us. Not sure what the portal was about. Let's try to get across here, and then we could wait right here for a second. I think it does consume conditions. So let's just quickly get all the way through that part of the chilly area, get across this gust of wind. There's a portal again, where I'm just waiting for this, and then let's get rid of that, and then get across here, and then quickly through here, over this, like last big jump for the checkpoint. And then we are pretty much at the end where there's now 2 players here. Let's go ahead and break that. Get carefully over to here where they are fighting the Aetherblades. And they just killed all the Aetherblades, and we can go ahead and get this cash. There's 3 of us doing this all at the same time now. And we can get that. And we got 50 out of 51 junk items. So we just need a charged crystal. I'm going to go ahead and track this, so we'll see if I can remember in a moment. We'll go on, and then we can just get to this chest over here at the end. And then next we need Tears of Itlauco, so let's go ahead and come right over to here. It looks like the door is open, and this mini dungeon always stresses me out a little bit because of the opportunity for other players to like be able to troll, but it's also such a phenomenal mini dungeon that I just love it so much. So let's get up here past all these traps. I don't see any players right here. None of the torches are activated, so let's go ahead and begin with this. Drop this here, grab this. There was 1 torch. And then we need to put this back into here. And then we're going to get 2 new patterns. And you just need to be really quick if we want to avoid anyone from trolling, but I doubt that'll happen. Generally speaking, people are pretty nice. There's 1, and then we just need to clear off all of these. Get this one. And then put this one up here, and then grab this one, and that is all of them. And we can go ahead and go through here where we got Itlauco's flower for like a completely different collection, and we got this grand chest right here, alchemy supplies for a different collection, raven for a different collection, but the thing we are here for are the Aetherblades. These are probably the easiest ones out of all of them. They just got absolutely annihilated here where they're level 15. But next, let's go to Sector Zool, which I don't think we have to go through much of this puzzle in order to get to the Aetherblades. And they are indeed right over here, so this is very convenient for us. And I think after this there's going to be... How do we get up here actually? Wait a second. Maybe it's not convenient for us. Maybe I'm supposed to go on the other side, or you drop down from above. Oh, it's just the other side. Clamber up here, and then we can deal with just 2 of them, and a Morello. Let's grab this, and then I think the last one we need is Fawcett's Bounty. So let's come over towards the Wrathy Hinterlands, which is actually convenient for that one collection I was just looking at. And in fact, there are a lot of players here, and if I check my Wizard's Vault, it is actually the Fawcett's Bounty jumping puzzle, which I actually already did this week off camera just to get some astral acclaim. So we can go ahead and very easily get through here, where actually, is there going to be a mesmer porting us? That's a spellbreaker. I don't see a mesmer. I could use a waypoint to friend, which I don't currently have on me. I forgot about this large achievement chest. There's a bunch of players doing a bunch of things. Let's go grab this boulder and put it on this pressure plate. I guess this is another thing that players could troll with, where we can place that one there, and then we need one up there and one up there. So let's get through here. We can use our raptor in this area, I remember, so we can really just like jump across very quickly and then not get impacted by that at all. And then we can continue on the raptor up until it's too big to fit through here, and then just get to the ship. I love the vibes of this jumping puzzle a lot, especially as we drop down here and see the ship right there. And I actually don't think I need to complete the jumping puzzle even. So let's just drop down this way, because I already did it this week and I've done it before, and there's no real point for us to get the 2 blues and a green or whatever. So let's swim across here. The ghostly crew is going to be attacking me, which is a little inconvenient. Oh, that's very inconvenient for us. But let's get here and just blow you up. They really like to mobilize. And then the Aetherblades are probably dead. Oh, they're still here. I was expecting them to be dead because there's like so many players around here. But we can just as easily kill them very, very quickly. And then get the cash once again. And I think this is the last one where we just got cashing out from the Sky Pirates achievements, where we only have some Fractals of the Mist stuff left, and then killing some Aetherblades, and then Taskmaster, which I'll probably do off screen. But really quickly, we have Trash Collector that we could finish up as well, where we need to get a charged crystal, and I can't remember 100%, but I think this might have been the last item that I needed on my main account for this achievement as well, which I think is kind of fun. But it is definitely an interesting trash item because it really only drops from like one place, where it drops from air elementals and sparks, as do the other tiers of the trash items. But there's only one location in all of Tyria where there's like the right level of sparks for this type of trash item that we need for the medium one. So we are over here in this area in Wrath Hinterlands, restricted zone XRB, and we just need to kill sparks until we get it. And there we go, Trash Collector, where we got a big bag of junk, and we can go ahead and open that, and we just got a lot of junk from that. But that's yet another achievement that we have completed on top of all the achievements that I have completed in this episode, where a lot of the stuff I've done is stuff I've already done in this series, but I just enjoy doing jumping puzzles and mini dungeons a lot, so it was fun to come through here again and to re-experience them and just to chill out for a little bit and have some fun for what is a pretty short episode compared to my other episodes. But I hope you all enjoyed watching this episode of my Guild Wars 2 Let's Play series, where we will be returning to the story in the next episode for episode 3 of Living World Season 1. But I hope y'all are taking great care of yourselves. Remember, as always, to drink some water and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time in the world of Tyria. Goodbye.